Okay, so you live again.
Bluetooth mode. Radio mode.
Okay, so we live again. Let's talk about the things I talked about earlier. Like we're trying to make these videos and get them up here and give you something to watch. So, have you ever? Okay, wait a minute. Let's stop this. Let's get together. Come on, let's get together. This streaming thing is really about to get way better. Like I need to get way better with this because I really need to be trying to record an intro. I need to have some type of intro that like everybody else has. You say your name, you say what you're talking about, whatever. So here's an intro. I'm Getmade, and this is my live streaming series. Um, I'm calling it "Here's the Thing with Getmade." It's going to be possibly satirical, randomly informational, online situation where I'm talking about makeup and beauty industry concerns and trends and any random thing that can possibly um, inspire a get madeism and my observations as a just a person in the world. People do blogs and blogs and I don't know, they work out this whole little intro things that seems to be so together. Whatever. Well, that's an intro. How about that? So yeah. Moving forward from that part, maybe next time it won't be so dodgy. On to the things at hand. Today, when I was getting ready for the day, putting on my makeup, my lashes and stuff, thinking about which turban I was going to tie my head up with, how tall I was going to tie it or whatnot, I was I started reviewing some conversations that I've had recently about possible topics for my streaming series. And you know, what I walked away from it last night and was taking the notes this morning, I realized that there's a point in the people that I have relationships with where I'm friends with or whatever, where there's a before and after get made type of deal. Before you knew me, there were things that you didn't take notice of or think about. And then after you've known me, where not only do you take notice of it, but you send me memes, you tag me in it, you call me into the room to come and see it on television, all of that. The thing specifically I'm talking about that you start to take notice of is makeup and hair and how it either helps or hinders the person that is on the screen. For a while, when I was living in Atlanta, I worked on the news. So I did several of the TV anchors and, of course, persons that came on to be interviewed. And that was in HD. So that definitely required airbrush makeup. You need to have that consistency. You need to have full coverage. In addition to that, you only had a very limited amount of time to be able to make this happen for the main anchors, and then of course the traffic and the weather. Those persons are a little bit separate, and they have more time to be able to get ready. So that part, and the at the different TV stations that I work for, you had to be there, so many hours before anchors have to be on television. So again, limited time, specific scheduling, and all of that. So you need to have your application process worked all the way out from start to finish. The reporter or the anchor may have a maximum of 15 to 20 minutes with you and a minimum of maybe 8. And you still need to have them to be camera ready. The um the way to get through that is to have a proper setup from start to finish. How do you start the skin? You finish the look. Make sure the hair is together. You get the lashes on. All of that. You work out way before you actually are getting them ready to be on screen. You work out what you need to have done to have the most efficient level of service right there. For me, that is laying out the foundations, like making sure that the airbrush product is poured up properly. If eyelashes are going to be worn, they need to be pre-sized and pre-cut. You are always checking in the mirror for symmetry. In contouring, you're looking for symmetry and product placement. You're making sure that the person that's in the chair is looking up and down, and you're able to see where the light is or is not hitting on the face. You know, being that I started doing television makeup on anchors in an HD environment that required airbrush from day one, my thought process has always been about doing the most precise and most corrective, most simple beauty makeup possible, and taking into consideration that the person who's in that chair, their face is, I mean, that is their livelihood. And when you put them out there, you need to put them out there in the best way possible. So, when I was doing that, you would have a consultation with the anchor or the reporter. You would talk to them and ask them what their preferences were, as far as lipstick colors or, application process. Did they need to have a brush over a sponge? Things like that. Anything to really help them be more comfortable with you, because you are standing pretty close to them. It is a personal care service, is a personal situation. After doing that for some time, you develop a rapport, there's a friendship, there's a trust, understanding, and respect for what both of you are joining forces to achieve. You want, everybody wants to look right, that's just that. You want to be presentable. Now, after I'm saying all of that, I'm thinking about the countless a myriad of times where there's someone on TV and I look at them and I say, "Oh my God, look at this makeup! Like, who did that? Did you do that in the car? Why you didn't get to work soon enough to give your makeup artist, your hair team time enough to be able to get you together? Your wig is on tilt. Your clothes might be a little bit too tight or a little bit too loose. Where's the tailoring in there? Where's the respect of being able to present yourself, in a way that makes you comfortable?" I do understand and know that a lot of times TV stations themselves make the producers make the decisions about how the anchors are dressed and what they will or will not wear, how their hair will be styled, makeup, et cetera, et cetera. Somewhere in there, though, it is still about providing a creating a symmetrical and a corrective and corrected beauty makeup, not doing something that is making a person seem just a little bit off, not taking the time to do the lashes, to pre-treat the lashes. That's the thing right there. That's the thing. Not taking the time, the not caring enough about the client that's in your chair to make sure that they look right. I've been noticing sketchy makeup on TV hosts and news anchors a lot lately. Just a lot lately, where you can see that the makeup artist and or maybe it's the person themselves are seeing that they need to upgrade the level of presentation, so they're starting to fill in the brows or they're adding lashes. They are trying to do more modern applications. And the main word in there is trying because it's not working. It's making me say, what is wrong with her face? Why is that happening like that? Where were your scissors when you were trying those lashes on? Why did you not take the lash off of the tray, place it close to the person's eye, have them open their eyes so you can see where it's setting when they're within their natural lash line, and trim it? No one's eye, no one is going to be lucky enough to be able to fit the lash exactly as it comes out of the case every time. Most people need to have them sized. And specifically when it's more than just a real life situation, you are on camera and you don't have the luxury of being able to go back and fix anything. You're on camera for however long that news segment is. And you have an eyelash that's sitting on the side of your face like this. It's like this. The glue is sketchy. The placement is definitely off. It's not balanced. And it makes me think, okay, was there not good lighting? Were you rushing? What was happening here? Because now I have this beautiful woman of color sitting here at this news anchor's desk, and she has an eyelash that makes her look like this. That makes her look like the one eye is not really working in the proper fashion. And yet, you know, she still had to do the news. And I'm thinking that the makeup artist probably has not been admonished because I keep seeing these same anchors with the same persons with these same challenges. Too much silver, not enough black, shiny, sparkly highlighter product in a situation where it's not called for, overly glamorous looks when that doesn't really fit into the lighting situation that you have on a news station. But whatever, right? You know, I'm sitting there in the audience just like anyone else is. I'm watching the news and I'm just trying to watch the news and get the information. And underlying the thing that's bothering me is that that was my job. That has been my job and could easily be my job again, to be able to get booked, to be trusted by a television personality or host, that they will sit in my chair and they will stand up looking polished and presentable in the way that they want to, not looking like you know, Gia Gunn on Drag Race with the one eyelash not stuck on there right. That eyelash not sitting there right is unnecessary. You can fix that. Very, uh, okay, so yeah, the whole thing. Let's go back to this other part. The after get made. Because you got the before, you knew me when you didn't notice those things. You didn't really pay attention to whether the weatherman, you could see the shininess in his hairline, and you didn't notice whether or not you know the lead anchor, whether her lipstick was getting sketchy in her bottom lip. But now you do, since you know me now. Now you'll take notice of when there's way too much powder under the eye or not enough powder across the nose. Those are things that happen after you've known Getmade. I have a couple boyfriends, throughout the years. Even my son's father, he definitely would just be frustrated with me that he would even start to take notice. He said, "It's your fault. It's your fault." And I was like, "Why is it my fault? It's your fault that I can take notice of and I make comment about." Those aren't his words; those are my words. Um, about noticing, when people's face aren't isn't together, when the makeup isn't right, when the hair isn't right, and you're in a position where, you know, you are being judged by it, and it is part and parcel to your situation, and you should be all the way together. You should have the luxury of being able to completely put yourself together before you go to work. You know, if you were out here jousting on a horse with your little armor and everything, you'd have a page and you'd have somebody with your sword and they'd help you get dressed and make sure that your blast shield was down and get you together so you can run out there on that horse and do whatever it is that they do when you joust. Now you're going out to read the news and tell us the what the weather is going to be. And there's no jousting, but there definitely is a day to slay, that's for sure. And you definitely are judged by the armor in which you choose to garb yourself with. I guess that's really it about this little tirade. You know, the before and the after and the sketchy makeup on TV hosts and TV anchors. And I know a couple of girls in New Orleans that do work on some of the TV anchors, and I could tell when they are at work and when the anchor does it themselves. There's a marked difference between one and the other. I see it because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to see you know if the standard is there, if the standard is being met. Can we get our eyelashes on straight? Is it possible? Can somebody please let the makeup artist that is doing these lashes, can this person please have 15 more minutes? Can this person please not be rushed? Can this makeup artist please take the time out to talk to the anchor, the reporter, whoever it is beforehand and ask them what they want? Set their makeup up separately. Set their lashes, their brow pomade. Put all of that out separate and specific for each person, so you don't have to fumble and fuss trying to find what you need. Because you know what? When that camera light is on and it is recording and it's time to say news at 5 or whatever it is, there's no room for the Gia Gun wonky eyelash. Not at all. Because when it's on there, we see it and we are saying, ooh, 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 girl, I got my tweezers in my bag. Please let me help you. Anyway, this has been Get Made with my live streaming series where I am talking about the things that inspire me, that throw me off, that instigate tirades, things that make me want to keep on moving, things that stoke my passion to be an educator, to be a teacher, and sometimes make snide comments because who doesn't like a little shade on that side? Come on now, just a little, not a lot, a little. Right here with me, you're gonna get some satire, you're gonna get some information, and you're gonna get these random get made isms. So that being said, any contributions, donations, ideas, suggestions, any of that, I'm open to it. You know, you can Google me and find me. You can type it in directly, UGETMADE. Find me on Instagram and Twitter and Tumblr and all those places. And even find me on Streamlabs, where we can get some of this monetization going on, where we can get to some of this maintaining and motivating for the You Get Made makeup master tour and for the Get Made makeup artist that's just out here trying to live and be alive, babe. I look forward to probably like another 10 minutes making another video real quick. I'm doing these live streams because I don't have all of the everything I need to be able to record and edit and put them up there. But each of these little 20 minutes, 25-minute segments that I'm putting up is the 20 to 25 minutes that will bring me just that much closer to my 1,000 subscribers. Listen to me. That will bring me just that much more closer to my 4,000 hours of watch time that you need in order to get monetization, that you need in order to be able to stream live from a mobile device. Yeah, let's get these subscribers up. When you're watching other videos and they say hit the bell and subscribe and do all of that, yeah, do that. Let's do it. Let's get these subscriber numbers up. Let's get over here on my Tumblr and get me some more followers over there. And definitely go over on Facebook. I have less than 300 followers on Facebook. I have less than 1,100 followers on Instagram, and my Twitter has less than 550. Somewhere in there, I know that you see me, you know me, you recognize me, and you see, know, and recognize that I am about offering so very much more than your usual makeup person running off at the mouth about holy grail products and blah 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 blah. Cause yeah, blah blah blah. Look for me on that Cash App, y'all. $ GETMADEMONIQUE. Look for me on Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/the number 1 GETMADE / V as in Victor 2. When you look for me on any other social media platform and format, it's You Get Made. The letter U, GETMADE. Because that's what happens when you sit in my chair. You get made. Get into that branding, baby.